Nation, Sanbonan Bafetu, and welcome back to Football Trends with me, OQB. Now, on today's video, Bafetu, before Ateka, obviously, I'm just going to give you something that I got from Tebogo Potsane, and then also, I just want us to look at the Ndaba referee because I know it's affecting all of us, all of the PSL teams, not just Kaizer Chiefs or Stellenbosch, not just those teams, but all of the teams are being affected in Ndaba referee. And yeah, we have a lot of questions in terms of how Abongile Tom officiated that game against the final, actually, the M10 Cup final, and how Orlando Pirates won it. Hey, for me, I was not happy with some of the decisions that were made, but let me just quickly jump to Tebogo Potsane, and then later on I will give you the decisions that were taken by Abongile Tom and why I personally think VAR. Hey, Bafetu, we're still going to face huge problems because yes, VAR will be there, but who's going to be operating that VAR is a huge question. And if ever it's still going to be the same referees, I have to be honest with you, Bafetu, we are not going to see any change because, yeah, ngizokutshela why. But anyways, let me just start with Tebogo Potsane. So recently, Bafetu, as I'm speaking with you, Kaizer Chiefs announced that they're going to be participating on the Kufa Cup. And for me, to be honest, I did not know much what was happening. I did not even understand how Kufa Cup, what is this cup even for? What is happening? Because we just had the Toyota Cup and now there's a cup known as a Kufa Cup. Now, let me just break it down real quickly. The name Kufa Cup comes from Cultural Urban Festival Africa. So to be honest with you, Bafetu, it's just a Imakofi festival, you know, under a new name. Obviously it's going to be playing on Sunday, 13 October, this Sunday as I'm speaking with you. If you don't know what Makofi Cup is, it's the Mangaung African Cultural Festival, which was always held every October. So so as you can see, it's now October, and yeah, obviously we're going to be facing this team Moromo Kalans on Sunday, 13 October. Iskati 3 p.m. Toyota Stadium. Now, of course, Tebogo Potsane had something to say in terms of this. So he says, as someone from Bloemfontein, I'm honored to be back home to attend the launch of Kufa Cup. We are really looking forward to coming back to Bloemfontein for a third time in 10 weeks. We played in front of capacity crowds against Young Africans on 28 July in the Toyota Cup and faced Moromo Gallants in the Betway Premiership on 14 September. And supporters did not disappoint again when they filled up the Toyota Stadium once more. We know people of Mangaung love football and we look forward to another sold out crowd when we return on 13 October. Which we know is going to be a high possibility because, come on, ticket is always 60 rand and we love Kaizer Chiefs, we love the boys, we have missed them. Currently they are not playing anywhere, so obviously we're gonna be there to support them. Now, going back to Indaba VAR Bafetu, even though I believe wholeheartedly whenever we have a VAR, some decisions are going to be much better. But I have to say, if ever we're still going to have the same referees, I think isn't going to change that much because one, even though I don't know much about VAR, I've tried to do my research in terms of it, and then okay, VAR, when we look at the VAR as a whole, obviously it has a team. It has a team of it's either a current or a former referee who will be monitoring the monitors that side, and then obviously they're going to be looking at the goals, the penalties, the red card, mistaken identity, you know. So as much as we are happy, at least you're going to have multiple cameras, sobona ama fouls in different angles. Okay, we do have a problem. So there's two things we need to know about VAR. There's the full VAR system and also a VAR light system. Now let me explain. With the full VAR system, obviously system ya corner is sponsor at least 4 cameras, which can include up to multiple cameras which bazobe connected, and then we can get all those shots. Maybe they can have about 100 cameras a stadium. And then with the light system, obviously this one, it goes from 4 to 8 cameras, which is the minimum, and most of the time it uses the broadcasting setup. So yes, limiter, to be honest. So whichever VAR is going to come to South Africa, I think Ethan Mackenzie must make sure we get the full VAR system. If we're going to get the light VAR system, then we have to know by now, which isn't that much. Okay, but not that much. At least if we can get all the angles, that would be something that would be great. And another thing, we have to remember, referee, the one who's in charge, is always going to be the number one who's taking the decisions. Whether he decide I feel like this is the right call for me, also Tatayon. If there's a goal and he decide there was no foul, even though we went back to VAR. So we at the later stage, but at the same time, if ever a team is going to benefit, they are still going to benefit. So that is something that I wanted to clear and get it out on the way, Bafetu. So Gunzima. But anyways, let's just take a look at this, and then I hope you're gonna be satisfied with the results, because for me, I still believe Orlando Pirates, they did not deserve to win that MTN trophy. Yes, they could have won fair and square, but looking at that match, man, the officiating, I think that's what happened also with the players. With Bavelevatias in Yafanams, it's the same thing. It's done. Even if we can do this, we can do that. Yes, Vanilla, the referee is going to officiate against us. So let's just have a look at this.
If we're not going to take a break, we're going to go straight to the man that South Africa is waiting for. You can tell Iniesta is waiting bated breath to hear what he's going to say. The ref, Vic, South Africa's waiting. Trenda again for 2 weeks this time. But also, just to let you know how this works.
Yeah.
I had my own opinion after the Chiefs Sundowns games. I actually posted what myself, Klompo, and I think it was Itukune had discussed on air when we were watching the game. I came here. I'm not the professional. It doesn't matter what my thoughts are and what my thinking is on refereeing matters. That's why I bring it to you. To same today. I have no idea what your decisions or your thought process is.
Yeah.
But please, go for it. Let's play this thing chronologically, right?
Yeah.
So let's start with the first one, which would have been the Staley's goal, where the throw-in took place versus where the ball went out.
Yeah. I wish I had very good eyes to see the exact spot in which the infringement occurs, so that I can say I want it here. But we don't have exact spot in football. The only exact spot is the penalty mark and the center mark. But football being football, there's laws that governs football that will tell us where must we place the ball. In 2020, 2021, while I was still a referee, FIFA changed laws to say they now want to allow quick free kicks. So quick free kick from 2021 or 2020, 2021 were amended to be allowed in football, whereby if a player has to get a yellow card and the team does a quick free kick, that yellow card must go back. If a player has to get a red card and the team decide to take a quick free kick, that red card becomes a yellow. So now, where must this a free kick be taken? Let's go to law. We go to law 13 under procedure. It says all free kicks, direct and indirect, are taken from the place where the offense occurred. All free kicks, they must be taken from the place where the offense occurred. So now, if the player is sleeping there, or is sleeping in the area where the offense occurred, where must you take the free kick? If it's around the radius where it's acceptable in terms of what we call football understanding, it will be accepted. But when it's far, then it becomes a problem that this one is too far. The referee has to take it back. So if it's within the radius we mean 1 meter, 1.5. But if it goes 2, 3, 4, then it becomes a problem in terms of free kick. The same applies to throw in. Throw in must be taken from where the ball left the field of play. But do we have good eyes as referees to see the exact spot? No. So players will go 1, 2, sometimes 3, it's allowed. But when you go 4, 5, now it's too big. The referee will allow you to say, come back. So in this situation, the let's go to let's start with the Stelli's goal, the throw in. The throw in, the ball went out in a particular place in the touchline, but it was taken a little bit far, around 4 or 5 meters, of which the referee could have said, it's too far, take it back. But how many times do we see that in our game, whether international or not? Throw in are taken from far places, and then some are taken back, some no. But many a time, most of them will be allowed. But when it comes to free kicks, the referee will.
Okay, so let's go to the throw in. So what you're saying is it's up to the referee's discretion, whether it's too far or not.
Exactly.
He's aware that it's not exactly where it came out.
Yeah.
But it's up to his discretion to say, it's fine, play on.
Exactly, because there's no exact spot. We don't have good eyes to say here. So when it goes 1-2. Then it's allowed, but when we normally recommend when it's 4-5, then it's too much.
So the Stelli's throw in that resulted to the Mojela goal, according to most referees and the leniency of the refereeing, that was okay?
If you look at it, you're like, okay, they took it in this position, and the referee decided, no, I'm happy with it. So when he's happy with it, there's nothing we can do because it's at his discretion.
Okay, I'll comment again once we've heard about the free kick, because it's the same law that governs both.
Yeah, no, okay. It's the different law. Law 16 is throw in. Law 15 is free.
But what you say is it's a similar law to say it must be taken exactly
in terms of the procedure.
But it can be within the procedural jurisdiction.
Yes, in terms of procedure, yes.
Let's go to
free kicks. Free kicks, again, the law says it must be taken at the place where the infringement occurred. Now, again, there's no exact spot there where you can say here. Now, what is the recommendation? The radius. If it's within the radius 1 meter, 1.5, the referee will say, no, it's okay for free kicks. But if it's taken far away, 4 or 5 meters, then the referee has the right to say, this is too far, take it back. Because it's towards goals. Because when it's around, if it was taken in the opponent's half, the referee won't mind. But now when it's taken towards goals, now it becomes a challenge because the team now benefit more in terms of that set piece. So now the discretion of the referee again comes in. But in terms of law, it must be taken from where the offense happened. So this time, it was not taken from where the offense occurred. So in this case, it was supposed to be taken back.
Okay, so I'm going to need a definite answer here.
Yeah.
On the referees, on the throw-in.
Yes.
Was there a legal goal or not?
In terms of the throw-in, where it was taken, in terms of calculating the meters on the throw-in, it's a little bit difficult. But on the free kick, as it was going towards goal, it was easy for us to calculate the meters. But on the throw-in, because it is far, then it was very difficult to can calculate the meters. But then
on the free kick, then what's your definite here?
The definite here is that that free kick was taken more than 3 meters away from where it occurred.
So therefore,
it should have been taken back in terms of the law.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mazola, I don't know. You can ask questions. He's spoken.
Can I give you another one on the same match?
I'm trying to think of the popular questions towards that. So the problem is how far it was.
How far it was in comparison with the law, because the law says it must be taken from where the offense occurred.
Okay, let's hear Mazola.
I mean, I expect this is what I expected Davik to say. We were preparing for extra time. So I remember I was watching the game and I was and immediately when I saw the free kick and I saw the players go towards Abongile Tom and I saw Relay take the ball and Mabasa score, as I was walking towards the tunnel to do the postmatch, because I'm thinking now that's the winner. I thought even if you remember my question to Steve Barker, I said, Coach, from where I'm sitting, I think it should have been a retake because the ball moves 3-4 meters from where the incident took place. So I'm not surprised what Tatana has to say.
Tom got that wrong.
Yeah, that was wrong in terms of the law.
I'm not convinced, and I guess what you're saying here is there's no clear data for you to give us a conclusive answer on the throw-in. So the data of seeing where the ball went out, because we can see, versus where it was thrown in. You're saying that one, it's up to the referee's discretion.
Even with VAR, Tatana, if I'm not mistaken, it's not clear and obvious error, they would probably have to say, go look at it again, and still leave it up to him to decide whether the free kick was.
So VAR wouldn't have helped that situation because the referee would have still needed to be to his discretion.
Exactly. So the referee decide because it's difficult, like to get.
I hope you're learning the rules here.
It's difficult to get the exact place in terms of the throw in because the players now go back and come and throw the ball. But then if it's too much, the referee will have to tell you, I go back.
Obvious and clear.
Yeah, obvious.
What's the last one you wanted to talk about?
The last one is I saw Slilo, you doing another corner kick